Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I am giving you my updated mask collection. So I'm going to take you on a tour around my room, and I got all my new masks on the bed. So I'm saving that for last. For starters, show off my personal mask, which is a Spirit Halloween metallic skull mask. I still like wearing it for now until I can find something new to replace it, of course. But then, right on top of my plush Bigfoot here is a Paper Magic Group hood skull mask. Alright, let me show you guys the mask that I painted first, and then we'll get to all the other ones next. Alright, for starters, this green hockey mask, I call it Urban Camouflage. Now, I have an idea. I might end up repainting this next year. I got an idea to actually make it look like camouflage instead of looking like a Aztec looking. So stay tuned for that video when I get a chance to do it. This is my first hockey mask that I painted. Goofy clown mask. This is the second hockey mask I painted. I painted this thing with acrylic paints just like the Urban Camouflage one. And I just basically wanted to paint the clown face that nobody has seen before, and I just went with a goofy one. And then I just added teeth on it, so make it look like he's got buck teeth. But anyway, the next one I painted is the cartoon jack-o'-lantern. Now, the only reason why I just painted it like this is because, well, I wanted it to look silly, and I figured adding white around it would make it look more like a cartoon character's face, so I said, why not a cartoon jack-o'-lantern? Now, for some odd reason, I don't know why I painted white teeth. I should have went with orange teeth, but it still looks cool. Okay, this is when I was starting to experiment with marker. And this one actually came out pretty good because it almost looks like it's got gloss sprayed on it, but it ain't gloss. It's the marker I used. This one's called Wood Grain. I was inspired by Big Hush. Shout out to him. He paints a lot of hockey masks, and he painted one that had a wood grain texture, but he also carved in the cracks and everything. But I was going to use a lot of power tools, so I just colored it in with a marker. And all I did was basically scribbled a lot of, I don't know if you probably could see it or not, but pencil marks, and then I just went over it with the brown and gray marker, then added the black lines, and then add that red chevron on there. I thought it turned out pretty good. All right, the next three I'm not going to pick up, but this one right here is called Psychedelic Stained Glass, which, if you could tell by the pattern, I was trying to go for like a flame look, but then I went crazy with the colors and I started adding like all the green, purple, red, orange, yellow, blue. And my dad said it kind of looked like stained glass, so I said, it actually kind of does, so I'm going to call it Psychedelic Stained Glass. And this is one of those hockey masks that you buy at Spirit Halloween, which the other ones right here are from like a Walmart, Dollar General, or wherever you can find a dollar hockey mask at. And I said, I really like those style hockey masks. Can't wait to paint another one, which I did. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But let me show you the next one. This one I like to call Biohazard, which, again, shout out to Big Hush because he did a hockey mask with a biohazard symbol on it, and I said, I would like to do that. But it almost looks so devilish, you know, kind of like got the colors of Daredevil's classic costume. That was yellow with the red black accents. So you can kind of call it a Daredevil mask if you want to because of the horns on the symbol. But it still came out looking all right. This one was just a simple DIY thing to do on a hockey mask. I just went ahead and did baseball stitching. And I don't know if you can tell on my camera, but I actually drew in pencil marks. And that was another idea from Big Hush. I like looking at his videos from time to time if he comes up with a new hockey mask idea. And sometimes I like to borrow and put it on these or another mask. So that's all the hockey masks that are on my shelf. Now let's get to the blank masks. All right, here are some of the blank male masks that you could buy like at Walmart. They're made by Fun World, but this is the first one I did. And as you could tell, it's the Eric Draven Crow design. I'm a huge fan of that movie. I haven't seen the new Crow movie yet, but Brandon Lee was the Crow. So I kind of did this as an homage to him. This one right here is called Psychosis. Now, the original idea behind this mask was, if you look on the eyes, it's got swirls around it, which this might be a new project for me for next year. I might end up adding silver paint to the swirls just to make them pop out a little bit more. And it's got some swirls on the nose, but basically, if you look at it, it almost looks hypnotizing to you. And I was going to have all these checker pieces in black and white, but I decided to go with the same color as the swirls. I'm always experimenting, folks. You never know what I'll come up with next. The Loki mask. I figured I'd go ahead and paint up one of these to look like the Loki mask from the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey, because I doubt if I ever get a Loki mask prop to go in my mask collection, but for now, this is a placeholder. And I would also like to shout out Big Hush again, because he did a hockey mask tutorial with this concept, and I said, hey, if you can do it on a hockey mask, I could do it on a blank male mask for sure. This one's the stitched up Scarecrow. And I got to give a shout out to like Mr. Grimm over at the Grimm Stitch Factory. He comes up with amazing Scarecrow mask designs, and this was kind of like a inspirational piece behind his work. So basically, this is like a corn yellow color, and the other side was like weathered burlap, supposed to be. And the way I got this effect was with the markers again. I just scribbled on a lot of pencil lines and then just added the color over it. And it does give off a good burlap look. And for the chin, I just did plain brown. So it's like three different types of burlap. And I painted the nose like this golden orange color, which I think it actually came out pretty good. I'm not good with like painting stitch work, but this one does look nice. Then next to this one is my checkered Two-Face mask. Now, I have an idea for this one as well, because I said, if you could tell, this side looks a little bit more deep red and this is brighter red. So I'm thinking about painting this side green and leaving this side red, so it will give a better definition of the name, Checkered Two-Face. All right, let me show you the other masks that I painted. They're on my mask shelf. Hold on. I did not have a Kane mask in my collection, and I was a huge fan of Kane back when I was still a fan of wrestling. I still look at it from time to time on YouTube, but I don't look at full matches or anything. But I love the classic Kane mask look, and I said I could paint that on a blank mask like this. So I just looked it up on like images, and I found an actual mask of his, and I just copied the lines on it and just colored in the black first and then went with the red, which I thought this one actually came out pretty nice. And then if you saw my shorts, I made one for AJ Good. Shout out to him for the House of Mask channel. And he was a big fan of Kane, so I figured I'd make him one too, and I sent it to him. And I'm glad he liked it too. I saw his mailbox Monday live, and he was pretty ecstatic to wear that one. So glad you like it, AJ, and I like Kane too. This is Mardi Gras Fragments. Now, the whole idea behind this one was, as you could tell by the title, Mardi Gras. I was thinking about, like, imagine if you found a bunch of broken Mardi Gras masks and you just glued them together into like a hybrid, but it still came out cool. Well, that was my intention for it. Now, you see where all the blue and black are at right here? Those were supposed to have been like yellow and then the purple and green, but I didn't want to have the same color clashing with another diamond. So I just went with the light blue and black, and I said, hey, they're Mardi Gras colors too. And this one actually turned out pretty good. And then for the eyes, I just said, I'll break it up a little bit and just add red. I mean, it almost looks like it's bloodshot or something looking right at you. Oh, yeah, man. I like going to Mardi Gras for the beads. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. But anyway, there's that one. This one I like to call cracked Easter egg. See, with all the pencil marks, looks cracked. Now, I got this idea from Big Hush again. He painted the hockey mask with this pattern, but he did a lot more scratching and cuts and everything on his mask. But I said for mine, I'm just going to add a lot of, crack lines and stuff with pencil. I'm not going to do the whole Dremel and stuff. But this one actually turned out pretty good. But I think he painted his mask, instead of the purple, it was pink. And I just wanted purple on mine. It makes it more manly looking. This one I really liked. It came out pretty good. Almost looks like if you did not put these Easter colors on it, it looks like a Native American war paint a little bit, but in different colors. You know what I'm saying? I might experiment with that one day. Do some Native American artwork on it, but I don't have any more blank masks at the moment because Walmart stopped selling them for some odd reason. So I'm going to have to find more of these somewhere else or find a different type of blank mask to experiment with, but I really dig this one. Star Spangled. This one I really like right here. I got the idea from Big Hush again. I must be getting a lot of ideas from him to paint mask, but I did it a little bit different than what he did. He actually painted the American flag on one of the hockey masks he did. Like the blue was over here and the stripes going up and down this way, and then most of the stars were over here. Well, for mine, I said, I love the concept, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I decided to go with like Captain America's World War II shield look, because he had like a single star right here and then the 2 stars on the side. I said, I thought that was cool, and then it had the red stripes down here. But for the nose, I did not want like the bottom part to be red. So I just went with blue, left that part white, and then went with the red. So it contrasts a little bit better. And it gives a whole new meaning, proud to be American, you know what I'm saying? I love wearing this for like 4th of July. And that's another thing, folks. I do wear my mask sometimes, but I don't wear it all the time. They just sit on here on my shelf for art purposes. All right, I got more blank masks like these I painted, but they're over in my clown section. So I'm going to show you my Michael Myers mask collection first. So here we have the Trick or Treat Studios H1 or H78 Michael Myers mask. When this was released, I was like, oh, I got to get this one. And when I saw people's reviews, and they said it actually fits us big-headed folks, I said, yep, that makes me want to get it even more. But before I had this one, I had this one. This is the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2 Deluxe Michael Myers mask, which is it's in pretty good condition, to say the least. I bought this one at Spirit Halloween years ago, but I think it was 2018 or 19. But anyway, but then for Christmas last year, I got the H6 Myers. But this one is a tight son of a gun. I can't even get this one over my head. But it has a cool sculpt. I like it. Other people don't tend to like this one. I understand, because in some areas, like if you watch it in the movie, eye cuts won't cut right, or it just look lumpy. But I know for H2O, they did use an H6 mask, but they retooled it, which I wish they did that for this movie. Then it would have been liked a lot more. Then over here, my Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers mask, I got this one first before I got the other 3 over here. I got my mom to order it for me from Trick or Treat Studios directly. I put that sucker on my head. I couldn't even get it over my head for the first time. I wanted to be Michael Myers for Halloween, but I couldn't wear this mask. So I ended up wearing like one of those cheap knockoff Michael Myers masks that you could buy at Party City back in the day. That one actually fit, but this one was tight. Now, when I did the review on this one, I was able to get it over my head, but it was just so darn tight, and I couldn't stand it, so I had to take it off. I get claustrophobic in this thing. And I accidentally got a split near the punch hole of this mask, so I might need to get that repaired. If anybody knows how to repair that, let me know down in the comments. Now, this shelf, I got other slashers, like my main 4 favorite slashers in this shelf. So, down here is a ultra white ghost face mask. I picked this up over at Walmart. It had to be 2019, I think. This Trick or Treat Studios Leatherface Skinner, which I wish they still make. But I do know they make the clown version, so I'm going to get that one too later. Hopefully. I like both of the sculpts. I mean, Justin Mayberry did a good job kind of like blending in different Leatherfaces from different movies into one sculpt. I said, this would be good for a movie. Then over here, I don't know if you can see that real good, but this is the, I don't know what you call it. It's like one of those Chinese knockoff Michael Myers mask. I picked this up over at Granddaddy's Antiques. It would have to be like I think it was 2022 when I picked this up, or maybe 23. But yeah, I got it for a good deal. I said I might as well get it. And it fits my head better than the other one that I just got. So I'm keeping this one and the other one. But over here is a Ruby's hard plastic Jason mask, which I got a Spirit Halloween as well. I said I was glad to get it. And I seen Big Hush redo his, which I might end up doing to this one, but if I do, I'm going to have to buy another one to replace it. You know what I'm saying? Just to have 2. All right, there's that shelf. Now let me go down here to the bottom shelf. All right, down here I got more Michael Myers masks, but wait a minute. This isn't a Michael Myers mask. You're right, it ain't. This is a Richard Nixon mask, maybe Disguise Inc. Picked that up at one of my favorite thrift stores. And I actually found out that before they went with the Captain Kirk mask, they said that Michael Myers mask was going to be either one of these, Spock, or Emmett Kelly clown mask. But they decided to go with the Captain Kirk, which I think that's better. That's the face of Michael Myers just altered, you know what I'm saying? Then over here is my 2018 mask I just reviewed. And like I said, this one was tight to get on, so I'm keeping this one on standby if I want to cosplay as the 2018 version. But Trick or Treat Studios put a lot more detail work in this one. I said, I'm just glad I got it in the collection. Now I need to get kills and ends. Now, from the Rob Zombie movies, I got both the Escape Myers mask and then the rotted Michael Myers mask, the main mask in the movie. So there's those. Then I got the Ruby's Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees mask and hood, which to be honest with you has a weird smell to it, but I'm just going to keep it in the box because it was hard to get on my head. So if you guys like wearing these type of masks, go right ahead, but if it's in a box like this, I'll just keep it in the box. But wait, there's more. I got one of these vacuum form Michael Myers masks from Trick or Treat Studios. After they announced they had those, I said, man, those would be good to actually repaint. So I got this one, which I might end up repainting, but then I have to have another one just to hang on the tag. I got my V for Vendetta mask hanging right there. And on this side of the mask shelf wall, I got my new Evil Jack-o'-lantern mask hanging above my weird spiked goalie mask. Which, to be honest with you, I was planning on adding straps to it, but this thing is made out of resin. And it felt heavy on my face, so I said, nah, I ain't going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as a wall hanger. All right, let's get to the other ones that I got hanging around. Got my vintage vampire mask hanging right here. Vintage werewolf mask. Vintage monster mask. Which I love the sculpt of this one. And you know, I kept thinking about actually repainting this one and getting another one, but I'm going to wait on that. All right, over here in the Clown Alley, here's my new mask I just picked up for this year is the Jolly Wally clown mask. And then this creepy clown I got from Dollar General. This one I picked up at Spirit Halloween is the, is it the Laughing Clown mask, I think? Or the Smiling Clown? If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. It's made out of vinyl, so I know this thing ain't rotten. And here's the other blank mask that I painted with clown themes on it. So this one's the 2019 Joker. This is just a court jester. And this is my other favorite, the blue and black Harley Quinn. And then right here is a vintage clown mask from Spirit Halloween, which I love. I thought it looked like the Rob Zombie young Mike Myers clown mask, but his hat is on this side of the head. Then right here I got this resin Joker wall hanging mask from a friend of mine. You guys can see right behind these clown figurines, I got another creepy clown mask from Dollar General. But Dollar General ain't selling clown masks like this or this anymore. Well, they got the same theme, but it's not painted like this. And they're smaller, I noticed. And they got weird neon color looking wigs. So, okay, over here, got my first Sinister Ghost mask for Spirit Halloween. And this is a blue metallic skull hood mask. I don't know where I got this thing from. I might have got it from a yard sale, but the blue on here is actually faded. It used to be darker than this. Then I got a hard plastic ghost face mask from Dollar General. And the Banshee Ghost and Silent Screamer mask from Dollar General. So this is where, in the future, all my ghost face masks are going to be hanging right here on this wall. Now let's get to all of the other new masks. My Easter Unlimited Ghoul mask I picked up at another thrift store. And I picked this one up over at a Salvation Army. It's like a metallic lab monster. That's what it's called, but it's a Frankenstein skull, which I love. Then I got these 3 bandage masks, which I haven't painted them yet, but I might do that next year as well. Got a Dr. Wagner Jr. Luchador mask. This metallic demon skull hood mask. And here's another hockey mask that I just finished painting. You've probably seen that video already. Into a Spider-Man. And then down here I got the other Spirit Halloween hockey mask, which I cannot think of a name for this. My mom said it'd be cool to call it Flame Master, so I might end up doing that. How many of you guys like that name? Let me know down in the comments, all right? Then right here is my black Sinister Ghost. It's a witch and a bling clown mask. These 3 masks came from Walmart this year. The new is a 2023 EU ghost face mask, and then this is a new blank mask that they just cut in half, so it's called the crack half face. Then I got the age ghost face mask over here. Then for a Dollar General from this year as well, I got the alien Spawn, which looks like Ghostface and the alien had a baby together. Seriously. Then from Spirit Halloween, I picked up this devil face, blood splatter hockey mask, this 25th anniversary ghost face mask, and then finally the oil slick, I don't know what you call it, mustache man and alien. So I hope you guys enjoyed my latest Halloween mask update. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Halloween mask content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and I say that's a wrap, and have a nice day, y'all.